Welcome to the month of March. The month of March is jam-packed with transits that are starting with Venus in retrograde, Mercury in retrograde. We also have the eclipses and then Neptune going into Aries for the first time in our lives, dating back, I believe the Revolutionary War. I will get that more in my brain housing group very soon. But look, this is the month of the bridge. And I want to read what the bridge speaks of so we can have a deeper understanding of what it means for us. I'm going to try to be quick with this reading as much as I can. But let's go ahead and get started. So the bridge represents the connection, the link, the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is a gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to others, healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life, relationships, ideologies, and histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced, it must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. When light, acceptance, magic, communication, when dark, lacking boundaries, and forcing connection. Now, in the notes down below, we will have a link towards the notes of this month that you guys will be able to read over. I'm going to go ahead and just jump into the reading without utilizing the notes as much so that you guys can, so we can just move this reading forward as much as possible. All right. Let's start here with the yogic path. What is the month of March 2025 have in store for us? What is the month of 2025 have in store for us? What is the month of March 2025 have in store for us? What is the spiritual message? Okay, so we have the Manipura, which is the solar plex chakra. It's in the reverse. So in the reverse, it represents it is easy to lose sight of who you are when the world is pulling you in a million directions. When solar plex is low, you feel unsure about what it is you really want. Take some time apart from others, especially those who are trying to direct your path, and figure out who you are outside of everyone else. Explore new topics, read new books, travel to new places, immerse yourself in new cultures. It is time for you to unlearn all that you learned so you can become all that you are. So we are traveling through a lot of uncertainty. Again, we're going through an eclipse cycle. We're going through this Neptune and Aries that we haven't fully went through in our Pacific lives. This is a return of a transit that started. Let me get this here real quick. The Neptune was in Aries from 1861 to 1875. So this was the American Civil War that started in 1861. And then Germany and Italy unified, reflecting the Aries drive for new national identities, and spiritualism and new religious movements arose. Okay? So this is a time where at the end of the month, and your guys are going to feel it kind of starting in more mid-April, that Neptune's transit is said to open up a period of creativity and innovation. It may also lead to tensions and societal shifts in long-standing institutions. Neptune's influence encourages people to explore the mystical and metaphysical aspects of life. So Neptune takes about 165 years with each zodiac transit through roughly 12 years. So Neptune has been in Pisces for quite some time, since 2012, and now it's going to officially leave to go into Aries on March 30th. So this is a time where I feel like a lot of people are going to feel this uncertainty. There's going to be a feeling of rumors of war. There's going to be a feeling of, where am I supposed to be led to? Where am I going? Where am I extending myself? You're gonna feel like the world is on your shoulders, or if you're gonna feel the world, you're gonna feel the shift. You're gonna feel this new direction where everyone is saying, hey, this is where we need to go. This is where we are shifting into. The world is also about completion. But you guys, I feel like this is going to be a younger crowd. Like the Page of Pentacles, like there's this younger arc energy. Aries is like the baby boss. It's a baby. It's the very first, like firstborns. There's going to be probably a lot of children being born in the month of March, or being conceived in the month of March, or there's going to be a new awakening in the minds of the young. I feel like the young are going to take everything by storm. They're going to complete a cycle. I'm seeing the Pluto and Scorpio generation completing a cycle. There's going to be new, my word is conundrum right now, but there's going to be new conundrums. There's going to be something new. There's going to be a new pillar that is growing. The Empress, there's going to be now the Divine Feminine. Okay. Yes, I do see birth. Like I do see a birthing. The Divine Feminine. Okay. The Divine Feminine is searching amongst, and so there's going to be a different shift of this energy. The Divine Feminine is going to be shifting amongst herself. I feel like she's carrying something. I definitely see the carrying of a child. But there's going to be a shift. A shift of who am I? With all this Aries energy. Venus is going to be in Aries. This, who am I? What am I standing up for? What am I allowing to be in my life? Three of Swords energy. Yeah, that's what I was picking up a little bit while I was channeling. I'm hearing, have I left everything behind? Am I really ready for this next step? There is going to be sorrow, but there is going to be a level of forgiveness. Am I ready to take on this new challenge? Am I ready to take on the new world? I still feel like a child myself. Am I able to yeah, Page of Swords. Like, I've talked about this. I've talked about this kingdom for so long. I feel like the Divine Feminine is going to have a lot of children, younger people Pluto and Sagittarius, a lot of young youth coming to her, wanting to learn from her, wanting to be cherished, honored by her. There could be a sense of a loss of a child, someone that we grew up on from childhood. Ten of Pentacles is in the back of the deck, which is that lunar eclipse in Virgo energy. She's waiting. She is waiting because there is a lot of uncertainty. She's been either preserving. She has been preserving her energy. I see her looking at the stars like she has tamed this beast. Like this beast within is also looking in the direction of where she is going. She has been either holding back some type of form of information. She is either trying to hold this news before releasing it to the world. Like there is some angst, but she's not in full anxiety. Or some are. Or some divine feminines are. Some divine feminines feel like, can I bring my child into this world? What is she holding on to? What is she holding on to? I'm sorry if you guys hear people downstairs. What is she holding on to? Athlete. The false sense of why can't I say this? Vulnerability. Vulnerability. She's holding back her vulnerability and some sense of entitlement. It's like she's holding on to this old sense of a career or this old sense of doing something. She's trying to, I see her wanting to develop her personal willpower and strength of spirit. But what's blocking her? What's really blocking her at this time? Divine Feminine. What's blocking her at this time? This vampire energy, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. It's more of a codependency. She's being codependent on something. I feel like she wants to shelter. I feel like there's going to be a sense of people wanting to shelter. This is not really just divine feminine. Divine feminine energy is in all of us, right? But the part of the divine feminine is having to really learn to let go of the childlike nature and to finally grow into this King of Pentacles energy. What is the King of Pentacles? Clarify the King of Pentacles. What is the King of Pentacles saying to us at this time for March 2025 for the collective? Bliss. She is trying to get into a state of bliss, but there is something with the athlete. There's more to the athlete archetype. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, developments of personal willpower and strength. I feel like she's trying to expand. There's going to be a transit, Jupiter in Cancer, in the month of June, where she is having to expand. I'm feeling hips, having to expand her hips. The moon is in Sagittarius while I do this reading. Expanding her hips for mobility, for this joy and light. There's a unicorn here. There's a rune. There's a lot of pink here. Crown chakra. There's an eagle. There's an owl. There's a cow. There's a lion. This is giving me Jupiter energy as well, with 4 animals in the corners, like the Wheel of Fortune energy. Confirmation, yeah. She's really questioning. There's a lot of self-doubt too. There's a lot of self-doubt. It's kind of like an athlete. Like, can I actually run this race? Can I actually overcome these physical limits? I feel handicapped. I feel that there's going to be a lot of, I don't know how to do this. 2 of Wands, I don't know what path to take. I don't know what direction to take. How am I to do this? What medium should be using? Ace of Swords, an extra confirmation. Can I really go beyond these restraints of the physical and really develop this sense of willpower, that solar plex? Like, you haven't felt your soul, your solar plex, and your power, your willpower, your fire in such a long time. It's like, how can I turn the wheel to feel my fire this time? Knight of Pentacles, this is going to take some time. This is the building up arc energy. I feel like by the end of summer, I know this is March, you're going to feel your fire. But you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to really go within. This is September. Hermit energy, this is the start of the shedding, the start of the veil. She's going into this void. She's going into this realm. To shed. A lot of people are finna go into this portal, this lunar eclipse portal in Virgo at 23 degrees, which is happening on March 14th. They're gonna have to go inside this portal to retrieve their 10 of Pentacles, to retrieve what was left on the table, starting new moon in Pisces on February 28th, 27th or 28th. She's going to have to fight alongside her divine counterpart, the people that are in her life. And she is going to have to transform this union. This is a lot of navigation. There has been so much that has been depleting her life force. Makes you aware that someone or something has been draining your life force. It's like they're going to have to go in and seek out what has been draining. 3 of Swords is on top of the solar plex chakra. What is the fragment? Okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward. A lot of people are not going to want to use their self-empowerment. A lot of people, like the cuts from the like the DEI, like a lot of people don't want to go at it alone. A lot of people don't feel they have what it takes to go at it alone. A lot of people feel like they are going to be stopped at every single step of the way. They feel blocked. They feel like they can't move. Like, how am I to do all of this? How can I how can I generate this income, or how can I generate this love, this fire, this passion? I don't know what steps to take. That Virgo energy, I don't know what steps, I don't know what order to go in. I don't know how to even overcome this sorrow within. I feel like a victim. I feel like, and a lot of people are not going to want to stay there, but they just don't know how. We have the guide, inheritance and correction, the poet, relationships and vulnerability. This has to do with a lot of relationships too. Venus is going in retrograde for the whole month of March. So it's like, it feels like people don't know that their inheritance, the inheritance from God, is really directed and connected to a lot of their relationships. People don't know their spiritual contracts. People don't know how to do shadow work. They're looking for the key. But the key is not in religion. It's not in religion anymore. The key is in the faith of your relationships. The key is in the faith of your relationships. The key is in the autonomy and anatomy of knowing how to come into matrimony. People are afraid to look inside the mirror of their shadows, and they're afraid to confront what their partner, what these relationships, it comes in all different levels, are telling them. They're afraid to look at themselves. They're afraid to look at how long it has taken them to actually find the source of love that already lives within them. They're afraid to see themselves truly in another partner, and they're afraid to actually see themselves on what they look like, how they interact. There's going to be a transition of power, and starting really in the month of April. And we're not going to be aware of it until we see it. This is going to lead us into the solar eclipse in Aries. Well, a solar eclipse in Aries is going to start on March 27th. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feelings and thoughts. Exactly. Are you able to receive? We give. We give a lot. But are you able to actually receive? Are you able to actually receive? Right? From others. And it's dependent upon how good you feel about yourself. A lot of people are going to learn the art between giving and receiving. They're going to understand the difference between your giving hand and your receiving hand. Your giving is your right, your receiving is your left. People are going to have to figure out how to honor, to even write, because Mercury is going to go retrograde, even write this poetry that's on their heart, this love that's on their heart. They're going to have to figure this out. A lot of people are going to feel lost. A lot of people are going to feel like they lost their relationships. Yep, I honor how I want to feel. People are not going to know how to speak. Like, joy is the ultimate creator. This is going to be the time to open up your heart. This is going to be the time that you're going to have to actually open up your heart. Like, you can't. Closing your heart is going to stop this abundance. There's going to be also a Venus and Saturn conjunction. Like, a lot of people are not going to be able to make money. And a lot of people are going to have to figure out how to receive abundance without selling. A lot of people are going to have to learn how to receive without a lot of people are going to have to really change their way of doing certain things so that they can survive the month of April as well. March is the practice ground, I'm hearing. April is the new season of better wealth. Yeah, windfall. April is going to give you the windfall. It's going to start in March, but if you understand your self-worth, you are stronger than you know. So there's a lot of symmetry, comparison. There's a lot of themes of self-worth, self-love, joy, receiving, giving, willpower, strength. How do I feel? Being open, being vulnerable, relationships, the correction of inheritance. There's going to be a new activation when it comes to what are your hobbies. There's going to have to be a level of understanding how to trade. There's going to be a new wave on how to motivate yourself, on how to stay motivated, how to encourage. There's themes about self-empowerment. There is going to be a lot of uncertainty. But the winners in Aries season that knows how to utilize their Mars sign, that knows how to utilize these uncertainties and how to become level-headed in grace and discipline. What's your key to the month of March? What's your ticket in to your windfall? What's going to be your ticket into your windfall? Cultivation. Cultivating. This is a season of cultivation. And say that word. How is it cultivating? Does it feel like in your heart? Because there's going to be a lot of divine support. So before the divine supports you with this windfall, because there's going to be some type of unexpectedness. There is. And a lot of people are not going to be able to attract it the way that they want to attract it because they're not looking for how to cultivate their magic. You have to know how to cultivate. Say cultivate. Cultivate sounds like harvesting. Let's get to it. Listening to music can heal, encourage, and nurture your soul. Your spirituality is an essential part of who you are, and it forms the framework of your world. We pulled the World card. And then we pulled the Empress card. So this is a different point of view. The Empress card is also Venusian energy. This brings about a sense of harmony. Music resonates with the human spirit. At the heart of humanity and the song of the soul, music has the power to unite communities, cultures, and civilization. Listen to music can heal heart and support your soul. Studies have found that musical tones communicate with and have an energetic impact on the cells and organs of the human body. It is believed that the cells vibrate and essentially have their own musical intonations. Listening to music can help heal and uplift your energy. You may find that by tuning into uplifting or calming music, you create space for greater contemplation and in turn gain more clarity about what you are creating in your life. It can also bring about a stronger connection to your higher self or to oneness. Music cultivates community as sound fosters communication and greater unity. Cultivation is a continual process that develops, encourages, and nurtures. There is a spiritual connection that forms between the music and the listener. Ganesh is inviting you to incorporate music into your life in a way that will augment your spiritual expansion. Listen to soothing music while you prepare for your day. Move away from the noise of excessive electronics and digital images and back to a more melodic existence. Take time to sit and listen to music. Doing this can shift your energy to a clearer and more receptive state. So that makes sense. Venus is about, I would say Virgo is harvesting, but Venus is and the moon. The moon is about planting your seeds, and Venus is about actually harmonizing with your creation. It's giving you this sense of harmony. Music, the new moon in Pisces that happens on February 28th is going to spark this creativity if you're looking for it. It's going to, so if you put the intention down for the new moon in Pisces, say, I'm going to start creating from different avenues, right? And then I'm going to cultivate and practice, right? I'm going to practice my ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feelings and thoughts. So I'm going to practice with music. I'm going to listen from a musical standpoint and add it to my daily routine, which is Virgo. And then once I do that, I know that around this lunar eclipse cycle, there is going to be a release, a huge release of something that's in my routine, something that has been affecting my mental health, something that has been stopping me from seeing the truth about myself. Virgo also rules the solar plex chakra. So whatever is on my solar plex chakra that's blocking me from receiving energy, okay, is going to help me propel myself forward. I'm going to be actually cultivate joy, and more joy is going to cultivate more winds, more windfalls. The more that I listen to high vibrational music, the more that I'm able to cultivate this universal harmony within my life. So whenever, it doesn't matter what's going on out in the outside world, okay? It doesn't matter what happens to others. It doesn't quite matter, not necessarily what happens to others. That's, I kind of misspoke a little bit. But it doesn't matter what misery lives out there for me to stumble upon. I'm going to take what is ours, what is mine, and cultivate a strategy, Mars energy, and review what has been taking my essence, been taking my energy. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So I'm looking for peace. I'm cultivating prayer through my essence of, through meditation. I'm sitting with myself and I'm guiding myself. I'm ringing the alarm. I'm telling that whatever is inside of me, that it's time to be removed. I'm setting a tone. I'm setting the intention. I'm going beyond this 3D and I'm placing myself into a deeper essence of the 4D and I'm going up to the 6D. I keep going and going and going because now I can actually understand what has been blocking me. I know that whatever that I set my intention on, that something is going to have to be removed, and I'm accepting of that removal. I'm accepting of what no longer serves. I'm accepting of what no longer gives. I'm accepting of what no longer what continues to take from my energy, and I'm supplying myself and tuning myself back to the actual codes of the universe. I'm understanding and being aware of the universal laws. I'm being aware of what cultivates joy. I'm being aware of what gives and what takes. And I'm going to show up every single day in the month of March. So when I get to the month of April, when it actually is Taurus season, and when things are starting to actually grow, when things are starting to actually show, when it starts to bloom, April showers bring May flowers. I know how to actually cultivate starting in March. I'm setting the intention. I'm planting the seed. I'm showering. I'm letting things go in the month of April. And then I see the windfall, because the windfall is going to come in the month of April. And then you're going to start to see what has transpired. You're going to see your manifestations come. And then in June is going to bring something more. It's going to start to shift. You're going to start to take what you got from April and May and springtime, and you're going to be able to take action. You're going to be able to make more momentum, okay, in the month of June and July for the rest of the summer season, because Jupiter in Cancer is exalted. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. It loves being in Cancer. And we'll get deeper more into that in a moment. So what is it saying to you? What needs to be left behind? Your doubt and your fortitude. What needs to be left behind? Enchanter, deception, and trickery. How long have you been deceiving yourself? How long have you allowed other people to deceive you? How long have you allowed your government to control you? How long have you allowed your parents to control your essence and what you do and how you should do it? How long have you allowed your relationships to tell you, oh, you should do this, you should do that? How long have you allowed your own self to sit in imposter syndrome for too long? How long have you allowed yourself? Are you going to actually get up this time? Spirit says. Spirit says, are you going to get up this time? Are you going to, I'll be right back. Are you going to show up this time? Are you going to give to yourself this time? Are you going to continue? Are you going to continue to wait for the right time? Now, there is divine timing, which is with astrology. But are you going to wait without knowing the right time, divine timing? Or are you going to continuously to participate in the lack of understanding the law of attraction? Are you going to continue to participate? Because the month of May is going into June is going to show you how you attract, how you participate in the law of attraction. So I'm going to show you how to get it done. I'm going to show you how to get it done. I'm going to show you what March is for, what April is for, what May is for, and then June, and then I'm going to leave it there. What is the month of March for 2025 as the whole? How do they attract this windfall spirit? How do they get more? How do they ask for more, spirit? What's for the month of March? What does your soul say? So you're going to sit in the month of March and you're going to ask yourself, what does your soul say? What does your soul need? In the month of April for 2025. Changes. You're going to allow things to change. You're going to allow things to transform. You're going to allow things to stir you up in the month of March. And then you're going to start to slowly let go and release and be allowing of these changes in the month of April. Then in the month of May, the good kind, the real good kind of life. You're going to allow luxury. You're going to allow, I feel stirred up right now because I got my solar plex. So I do suggest getting some lemongrass into your life, okay? In the month of May, May is saying you are the light. You are this transformed being. You deserve luxury. You deserve the good things of life. And then in the month of June, you're going to start saying yes. You're going to be able to start saying yes to the flow of life. You're going to be able to start saying yes, but you got to take action now. It's now, not later. It's now, not later. You can't wait to relinquish and let go of the deception and trickery. You can't wait for your inheritance any longer. You can't wait to get into that school. You're not going to be able to just wait around for your destiny to catch up to you. You are going to get in an alignment to your destiny codes. You're going to get in alignment to who you actually are. You're not going to wait any longer. You're not going to wait for anything any longer. Okay? You're going to set the intentions. You are not destined for greatness, my partner says. You are just destiny's greatness. You're going to start to release the imposter syndrome. You're going to start standing in the I am. What does my soul say? You're going to start to see who you are. You're going to start to participate in your actual giving and your actual inheritance. You're going to start to participate. You're not going to sit back and you're not going to wait for things to be given to you. You're going to open yourself up. You're going to open up that heart. You're going to look at your 5th house and look at your hobbies, your talents. You're going to look at your 3rd and your 6th house on how to what are your skill sets. And you're going to look at your 9th house to look at what God has for your life. And you're going to look at the ruler of your 9th house and you're going to ask, what does God have for me? What is God trying to bring to my table? The table of God. The seat where God gave what God gave you. You're going to finally get to your throne. You're going to finally saying, I'm going to cultivate. I'm going to integrate this time. And I'm going to say no to all the conundrums. I'm going to say no to the distractions. I'm going to say no to the interference because the month of March is about the 8 of Swords, the interference energy. I'm going to get out of entrapment. I'm going to step into alignment and get into freedom. I'm going to free myself. So, I hope that this helps. This is the month of March energies reading. Reclaiming your inner authority through uncertainty, going through this void and portal, and opening yourself up to what God, what your ancestors, what your spirit guides have in store for you. So I hope that this helps. I hope that this puts a little bit of a spark, a little bit of a fire inside that solar plex 4444. When you see 444, that means you're in divine alignment. So let's get things together. Let's gather. Let's create. Let's do what we have to do, and let's do it now. I'll see you in the month of April. Peace.